Jake is from the the Props project, and he's with a company called YouNow.com, and it's one of the first live streaming platforms. You guys see Facebook Live? Have you guys used Facebook live stream? Okay, so they live stream. So they have so he's with the company YouNow.com, and they live stream data, and they have changed their business. He's going to share how they used to do it before, and now how they're incorporating the blockchain technology into their business and transforming it from YouNow.com into the propsproject.com. And I'll let him explain to you more about it. I invited him to come down here to share with you guys how they are using the blockchain in their video business. I believe that this is huge. I believe that YouTube is taking over and they are censoring people. Like our video channel gets censored a bunch. Like you guys may not know this, but our channel, Omar, Bam from the Crypto News channel, and many other crypto YouTubers are getting censored by YouTube, and we don't like that, right? So we are video content creators, so obviously we have a bias towards any video content creation project that aims to solve this censorship problem, and it aims to be able to allow us to communicate to our audience better. So one of the things is that when we communicate to our audience, it's a one-way communication. It's called a one, I don't know what the exact term is, but Jake here will explain it. You have it ready? Yeah. Okay, all right, let me just turn it over to Jake, guys. Everybody give him a warm welcome, guys, all right? Jake from New York.
Thanks, Ty. Thanks, everyone. How you doing? Good? Saturday morning? Hanging at a conference? Cool. So first, can we also just give Ty a round of applause, too, for helping to organize this? I flew in. Is this working? Yes. Yes. I flew in last night. I've already had some fascinating conversations with some of the people who are here, either as audience members or as presenters. I think that the topic is revolutionary, and I think we're all lucky enough to be here kind of learning about this stuff together. We'll dig into a little bit here, but when Ty talks about using blockchain in business, that is basically the theme of why we've launched the Props project. You've heard things like not having a middleman. In any two-sided marketplace, there are companies that have made billions or hundreds of billions of dollars by being that middleman. Is that really how much value they add to the system? Interesting question. We don't think so. Permissionless ability to join a platform, unlike YouTube, unlike some other platforms out there where you need to sign contracts and you need to interact with the company in order to start making money on that. We don't think that that's essential. Lack of censorship, which Ty was just mentioning. We'll go through some instances in which a YouTube or a Facebook or a Snapchat who has arbitrary and centralized decision-making can take down content or change their monetization policy without any explanation or justification. And having a stake in the platform on which you are creating content and driving value. These are fundamental issues in blockchain, and they've really driven a lot of our decision-making. So to give you a quick little background on me, am I going this way? Yeah. Oh, got it. Okay, great. My name is Jake Branzburg. I'm the head of marketing at Props by YouNow. I had spent several years at Uber, actually, before this. And one of the things that I worked with every single day was the realities of running a two-sided market, really as a middleman. Any Uber, who here has taken an Uber or a Lyft recently? Cool. When you have a conversation with the driver, how often does it center around the fee that they need to pay Uber? Regularly? It's pretty much the only thing that they talk about, right? They think that it's unfair. They think that it's unjustified. And to an extent, they might have a point. Taking 25% when they're putting that kind of wear and tear on their car is tough, and it's tough to really find those margins. And it's a phenomenal business with phenomenal engineers and strategic minds. But that is the reality of running a two-sided marketplace. And so when we talk about blockchain, whether it's ride-sharing or e-commerce or social media, there is a great opportunity to reimagine a business model that really distributes value appropriately to those who are creating value on that network. And that's really what we're trying to do here. So let me, I don't know if there's a clicker thing so I can stay in the camera, but is there? Yeah, there we go. Great. So we will go through a little bit about, right here?
On the stage.
On the stage, okay. So we'll go through a little bit about YouNow, which is a business that's existed for a few years now, what we've done in the past. We'll go through our transition into props, and then I'll actually show you a little bit about the first application on that platform, which is we're launching a beta in a week. So, cool. This is YouNow. YouNow is a live streaming social media app that was launched about 6 years ago. It is interactive. There are many use cases for it, whether it's friends hanging out together or brands like Coca-Cola that you see there advertising on the platform, or America's Got Talent that has had auditions on the platform for years now. We have 40 million users. They spend about 40 minutes a day on the platform, and there are about 62,000 microtransactions on that platform a day. The revenue model is user-generated, not ad-generated. And so the users come on, they follow the people that they love, and they pay them in virtual currency to support them or to gain status on the network, et cetera. Right? So a lot of the consumers on the network will spend, there's a long tail, obviously, but they can spend thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars a year supporting the content creators that they love. Content creators, similarly, long tail, but some of them are making high six figures a year. It's a very successful business. It's an interesting two-sided model, and the YouNow team really pioneered a lot of this. Back in 2011, they were looking at the mobile live streaming space. They were the ones that kind of pioneered that concept. The two-sided marketplace where you have consumers buying into a virtual currency and then paying creators for their efforts. That was pioneered by YouNow. Now, needless to say, a lot of copycats came in. Periscope, Meerkat, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and that space became a lot more concentrated. And the network effects, obviously, a challenge for a smaller company like YouNow. But this is what we've been doing. And as you can see, and this, I apologize, this chart is a little bit old, but these numbers continue to go up, and you'll just have to trust me, through the end of the year. Revenues continue to grow. The user base has continued to grow. And frankly, and we'll get into props in a second, the vast majority of our team pivoted all of our time, all of our effort into launching the props project about a year ago. Revenues have continued to grow despite that, right? And so what we see here is that there is a demand and there is a market for great content and great interactive capabilities and a payment system that works there. And people love it, and the feedback that we've gotten has continued to be positive. Now, that said, Facebook has obviously been a challenge. And as you see with any massive network like that, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, it's very easy for them to, A, lean into their network advantages, and B, copycat. You've seen that with Snapchat. Snapchat launched at 25 billion, however long ago it was, and Instagram has basically just copied every single feature that they have had within months, and they have killed them. It's been fascinating to watch because you've seen the players just get squeezed at the margins, and you have the Amazons of the world, the Facebooks of the world, the Googles of the world, and they're quickly turning the industry into monopolies. So what do? You lean into a new business model, you lean into a new technology, and you do kind of what we've called asymmetric warfare on our side, right? These guys, the Facebooks of the world don't have the incentive to change their business model. They're good. They're worth $500 billion. It's a classic innovator's dilemma. They're not going to be looking to drastically change the way in which they bring in revenue. That said, there are some very real issues with their business model. As you look at an Instagram or a YouTube and their business model, you see content creators consistently running up against barriers that really shouldn't exist. And look, again, we were kind of pioneers in this industry. A lot of what we think about regularly is how do we improve the product? How do we create a better product? And how do we improve the business model so that our core customers, which are these content creators who make their livelihood on our platform are happier and more excited to be a part of our team, more or less. And so blockchain allows us to really drive that partnership forward. And that's some of what I want to talk about with props. So there are two things that we're really focused on transforming with props. One is the business model, and we'll get into that a little bit. And one is the technology itself, right? The technology is very interesting, but for the purposes of this, I think we'll focus on the business model and how blockchain enables us to do that a little bit. So blockchain, we've talked about it a little bit, but it really allows us to create an entire platform of owners. It allows us to align incentives around the health of a platform, where rather than on a YouTube or a YouNow, you see the business model is really taking a massive percentage of the incoming revenues. Same with Uber, same with Lyft, right? So users, whenever you jump into an Uber, you pay $10, Uber takes $2.50 of that. Whenever an ad gets played on the few content creators on YouTube who are actually big enough to get advertising revenue, YouTube takes a major chunk of that. On YouNow, whenever somebody comes in and spends $10 on a content creator, we take $4 of that. That's the business model. That's what you do as a centralized player. With blockchain, we're no longer the tax collector, right? We are setting up a platform, and we're really monitoring and growing a public utility network. Our only goal, our business model now, is to maintain the health of that network and bring more and more players in who benefit from the health and growth of all of the applications on that network. So we'll get into that a little bit in further slides. So let's talk about some of the problems with a centralized content platform. This was from the fall. Censorship, I don't think we need to get too much into it. Ty talked about it a little bit. Whenever there's a centralized player, that one person, whether it's, and look, there are 4 major tech companies right now, right? They make decisions. They decide what our collective memory is. They decide what's going to be allowed on a YouTube or on a Facebook, whatever it is. And you may agree with the political beliefs. You may agree with their journalistic integrity. As a whole, it's dangerous to have that much power concentrated in so few hands. And so here is an example of censorship from the fall, but anybody on YouTube, and I don't know if Felipe is here, who I met last night, but Regan, Ty, anybody who's ever put content on YouTube, you know that their monetization strategies have been changing drastically over the course of the past year. It's pretty opaque, and you often realize it when you're suddenly not making money anymore. Is that right? Probably not, but that is where, when all the power is concentrated in one hand, they can do that, and there aren't really consequences for it. So that's one piece of it. The second piece of it is the distribution of value. Now, in any centralized organization, we've talked about this a few times, value is distributed to the hands of the few, even though many people are responsible for it, right? So if you look at YouNow right now, or if you look at a YouTube, you have all of these players, right? You have the users, you have the curators, you have the supporters, the developers, the content owners, the content creators, the founders, and the investors. And all of them are essential to drive value for that network. And this is pretty basic, but let's go through it because it's a fascinating topic. You need a content creator to create content in order to bring people onto a platform. That content needs to be high quality. That content creator is driving value by bringing people onto the platform. Those people who come onto the platform and engage with that content are incentivizing other content creators to come onto the platform and create more content because they know there are people on that platform, and so on and so forth. That is the network effect. Now, that said, I'm on YouTube all the time. I've never gotten a dime from YouTube. I'm definitely incentivizing other creators to come onto YouTube to get my attention. I'm driving value for that network. It's worth billions and billions of dollars. The vast majority of content creators don't get paid, right? They need however many subscribers, they need however many views per video, and that doesn't fit YouTube's business model. We don't think that that's right? And so what you're seeing here is network value really being concentrated into the hands of investors and founders, primarily, and then some content owners and creators. And you see the big guys, the Casey Neistats of the world, they're able to make a living off of YouTube. But again, it's a very small percentage who are really able to drive that. This is the new concept for a business model that adequately distributes value across all of the stakeholders on a platform. So if you're driving value, if you're a developer who's come in and improved a platform, you should be rewarded for that. You should be recognized for it. If you're a content creator who's come in, whether you have a partnership or not with a platform, and you're bringing people to that platform, you should be recognized for that. You are driving value to that platform. And that's what we're enabling at YouNow, which is launching the Props project. We are adequately, proportionately, and transparently distributing value to all of the stakeholders who are on the platform. And that is a concept that you couldn't broach before blockchain technology really enabled us to think about business this way and to think about a two-sided marketplace this way. So what does the token do right now? So it is a utility token. Right now, when you receive the token, you have the ability to promote content, to access features, to signal status, to be compensated, right? And we have, again, it makes it easier. We have 40 million people who currently use YouTube. We have behavior just like this that we know drives value, drives content creation, drives content consumption on the network. We know exactly what all of our customers want out of a platform. And this token speaks to it. We have been working very closely with all of our content creators over the course of the past year, asking exactly what they want to see in a new platform. And we've been talking to YouTube stars the past year. Phil DeFranco and Casey Neistat are investors, they're supporters, and they're going to help us launch this when it goes public. They're going to be on the platform when it goes public in about a month. And look, we're obviously very excited about what we're doing. We think that this is going to change the landscape in digital media, but to have somebody like Casey or Phil say, yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. That's exactly what we need. You're right, I'm in, is an incredible feeling, and it's humbling. So that's what we've seen here. The other piece here, anybody can earn. Again, we kind of talked about how 1%, 5%, 10%, whatever it is, of the content creators on YouTube or on a Snapchat or on YouNow are earning real money. Right now, anybody can earn on props. If you drive engagement, if you drive value, then you will see a daily reward of props on your phone every day. And that will be in proportion to the value that you've driven on the platform. And then you can use those on the platform, and eventually you can transfer them and all that. So it's the democratization of digital content and compensation. And it's very fun, and the feedback that we've gotten has been phenomenal. So this is a prototype, and it is where we are right now on kind of the intersection of cryptocurrency, digital content, and a mainstream user base. One of our challenges, and we're very aware of this, is that we have 40 million users, and that's an amazing advantage to have. Most of them don't know anything about cryptocurrency. We're in here, we obviously are interested in cryptocurrency. Most of us have a ton to learn about cryptocurrency, about blockchain. The teenagers who make up YouNow's base, I can guarantee you they don't know what a privacy key is. That's one of our challenges. And so we are making a wallet on the Props platform that is secure, that is consumer friendly, and that is usable across every single app on the Props platform. It is specifically made for people who don't really understand this space. And obviously, we're going to be iterating on it. Obviously, we're going to get feedback on it. But it's something that we're very excited about because our focus, again, is to bring mainstream users into this world so that they can benefit from the blockchain. So let me introduce you guys to the first app on Props. Now, one of the things that Ty was talking about a little bit was the new technology that we're launching. And so the technology is called many-to-many low-latency video, right? And so, one of the big challenges, and you'll see if anybody's ever done live streaming, it's generally one-to-many, right? It's generally one person on video, and then there's a chat box. And that one person on video is trying to interact with their audience, basically has to follow the chat box and respond to people who are typing in, hey, say happy birthday to my grandma. And the guy's like, it's Sporty 88, happy birthday to Beverly, if he catches it while it's going up, right? That's not how people interact, right? We're sitting here, I'm talking to you guys, it's kind of one-to-many, but also anybody can talk at any time. That's how human beings interact. And so we actually took inspiration both from our content creators, but also from the idea of going to a concert, right? You don't go to a concert, have music coming at you, and then have to talk to your friends by bot, or by chat box, I'm sorry, right? Instead, you go to a concert and you're with your friend, you're talking one-to-one, and you should be able to do that no matter where you are, no matter what you're watching. And that's what this technology allows us to do. So we've leaned into live streaming because that is our expertise. We are product guys. This is what we're comfortable innovating in. And frankly, because it's pretty lucrative, right? You'll see that it's one of the more lucrative kind of video means out there. So this is our expertise, and this is the first app that we are launching on the platform. We are working with dozens of other developer teams who are also building applications for this platform. And again, we've built the infrastructure for many-to-many video. It is usable in any number of cases, and we'll get into that in a second. And the interest that we've seen is really exciting, and we're working very closely with the developer teams to make sure that they're comfortable and that they can build economies that utilize props appropriately, and they can do whatever they want. Again, it's permissionless. You come in, you see the value of it, you build. And if people come, you get rewarded, you get recognized for it. And that's the beauty of it. There should be a demo there. 1 second. No, that was a different slide. Okay, well, that's not showing. Maybe I'll send it around. There is a great demo done by one of our content creators, and you can see how excited she gets when she starts getting rewarded in cryptocurrency in real time. It's wild, and you have to trust me on that one. There is a GIF that I'll play for you right now, which does not show the reward side, but it does show some of the many-to-many video, and I'll walk you through it a little bit. So again, this is kind of what our design team put together to explain some of the concepts. And I apologize. I wish that I could show you the YouTube clip of our content creator experiencing this in real time. But what you see here is that you have many people up there who are talking, and it's kind of like a gamified Google Hangouts, if you will. This is one use case. But what you see here is also you can go to a room, and let's say they want to go see the Dapper rapper perform. And so you can be down here kind of watching him do his thing and drag somebody else into the audience with you, and then you can interact with them, again, as if you are at the concert together, no matter where you are. Now, you can have up to 4 people up here. You can have up to 4 people down here. And imagine anything from, watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and answering the questions with friends, Jeopardy, whatever it is. We're just talking about the app HQ. Has anybody heard about HQ besides, 2 people? That's amazing. Maybe it's a New York thing. This is 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock every single day. New York stops. You have download HQ, experience it for yourself. It is basically Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, except that every single person in the world can earn money by getting it right, and it's just taken off. So one of the very cool things about don't do that. There we go. So one of the cool things about what we're doing and the platform that we've built is that if somebody sees an opportunity, they can come in and build on it. And so imagine HQ where, again, right now it is one-to-many video. Kind of the same thing we were just talking about. It's one-to-many video. It's one guy, chat boxes, and he's giving trivia questions. And basically, if you get 12 of them right, you get some amount of money as a reward. Imagine implementing many-to-many video there. Imagine being able to compete with your friends no matter where they are, or against your friends no matter where they are. Imagine being rewarded in a token that is tied to the value of that network. Now, that network has grown from, I think, a few thousand concurrent viewers in its first week to over 1 million viewers concurrently, which is a remarkable technological feat, by the way. And you just don't see that in a lot of apps out there. But that can be built on our platform. This example is for karaoke, live karaoke with your friends, no matter where you are. Imagine watching the Olympics together. Nope, not a sneeze. Comcast Ventures is one of our investors, and they put us in touch with NBC Olympics, and we had some really exciting conversations with them. Needless to say, it didn't get off the ground ahead of the February Olympics, but this is a real possibility, is that you have linear content and you're able to watch it with your friends. And by the way, those broadcasters can also be compensated in props if they're driving viewership, if they're driving engagement on the platform. Reality shows, again, we've been working with America's Got Talent for years. Very easy to come in, add a yes/no button, and have votes in real time. Interactive reality shows, I know that I'm running a little bit over, so I'm going to fly through a few of these. But these are all things that anybody can build. This is basically Mafia, right? This is huge in China. This is just what people do whenever they're not, working or eating. You can build anything that involves many-to-many video and could benefit from it. You can build on this platform, and if you're driving engagement, you get rewarded. Music, same concept. Auctions. This is, imagine, Sotheby's. Again, if you're able to bring viewers on the platform, if you're able to drive engagement, you're rewarded. This is our version of kind of an HQ mock-up, but same kind of concept. You have kind of 3 people interacting at the bottom and answering the questions that are being presented by the presenter. So this is basically just investors, advisors. I'll leave it here for you guys. I guess the main takeaway that I would hope to leave you with is that blockchain technology enables us to rethink dominant business models of today. It's very, very hard, especially the social media company, to challenge a Facebook, to challenge a Google, frankly, for anybody to challenge an Apple or an Amazon in any material way. We're able to rethink a two-sided marketplace such that there is not necessarily a tax, and you're able to basically steward a public utility network, and your only goal is to maintain its health and help it grow. And that's what we've done. We've actually literally changed from a C Corp to a B Corp because our goal is no longer to maximize shareholder value. Our goal is solely to maintain the health of this ecosystem that we've built. And by the way, we've done that with the blessing of our venture capitalist investors who invested in you now, who understand exactly what we're doing, why we're doing it, and are supportive of the entire process. So we're very excited about it. Timeline-wise, we are launching a closed beta of Rize, the first app on the platform, on Tuesday to our contributors. We're very excited about that. We can't wait to hear their feedback. We're doing several live broadcasts with myself, with our CEO, with Dee, in the days after that so that they can experience the app, ask any questions in real time, and people can start earning immediately. As soon as you have the app, you can start earning if you drive engagement on the application. And there are several applications on the way that people are working on as well outside of our core team. So, this is our dream. We're getting there. It's really exciting. That's digital media. That's how we're thinking about changing up the YouTubes of the world. But there are some other incredible projects coming up, and I'm excited to listen to them. I think all you guys are too. So I know that I'm out of time. I don't know if I have a minute to take a question, or we can just go to the next guy. I think I saw one back there.
Hello,
Hello.
My name is Lou, and on your model, how you will make money?
So we are holding on to a percentage of tokens. And so as the network grows, and as the token's utility value increases with the health of the network, then our value increases as well. So it's an asset on our balance sheet is basically how we look at it. So we have, of the tokens out there, we keep 26% for the company. And as the utility value of the tokens increase, then our value increases. I'm sorry?
Is that different company will issue those tokens? The token that
Yes.
you use,
Yes.
you will get them.
So we are issuing the tokens. Yes. Yeah. So he asked if a different company was issuing the tokens, but we are issuing the tokens.
Thanks for the presentation. First, just want to ask you, so on these streaming services, sometimes there's R-rated streaming, right? How will you stop doing that from people doing that? And the second question is, I imagine there's other companies already doing this, so who are they? Do you know your competition?
Yeah, two great questions. First of all, yes, there's always R-rated stuff. So luckily we have 6 years of experience monitoring that exact thing. We have a very robust trust and safety team that we've built out for years on YouNow, and they'll be doing the exact same stuff on the props platform. And so there's a lot of monitoring technology that we use, which will recognize whether it's language or minors or nudity or anything like that, and we'll be able to catch it in real time. The second question was around the competitors. I think there are a few people out there doing something in the same space. I think Steam is a great example. They're basically a tokenized Reddit, more or less. And their founder, Ned Scott, actually is an investor of ours as well. It's a very similar concept. They are not focused on video, obviously, and are very focused specifically in the blockchain space. Something like DTube is doing something a little bit similar too. That is desktop focused, and again is really focused on the blockchain space and kind of the decentralized nature of that space. Now, we are coming in with 40 million users. Right? We're really focused on making sure that mainstream users can adapt to and use our technology. And so we're taking what our SVP, Jonathan Sella, calls the practical approach to decentralization. And so it's not quite as an idealistic approach, but it certainly will be over the years. And that's we need to start somewhere to get our 40 million in, and we're very excited about that.
Okay. How's net neutrality going to affect your business, and how are you focusing on adoption? Are you picking a particular market to focus on and help build it up?
So we have a global user base, both in the U.S. and internationally. In Spain, Germany, Latin America, we have users on YouNow. We have entire teams built out to supporting them, and so Rize, only the first app on the platform, is built with all of those languages and regulatory environments in mind.
Hey, Jake, could you put it back on the slide with the three images that you had of the Rize app, real quick? Right there. So this is something I want to share with you guys here, because I'm a video content creator. Many of you guys know that on YouTube. One of the things that I see, guys, so I went up there to their office. I was kind of shocked that they were the first project to reach out to our channel, and they actually had working software. I was shocked when I went up there, and they actually had like 40, 50 employees. And I'm like, wow, this is like most of the crypto projects that we research on our channel is just usually just a piece of white paper. And they were like the first project that we researched where they actually had employees, staff, sales revenues, and things like that. And when we went up there, they said, hey, look, we're not like one of these projects that has just a white paper. We actually have a beta out. And I said, okay, so they gave us free access to their software to just test it however we want, One of the things that I want to share with you guys is this. So right now, the way that I broadcast and our team broadcasts on YouTube, we can only broadcast to you guys, but we can't get any feedback from you guys. And one of the things I noticed is that when we're here, I could be here broadcasting right here, and you guys can be down here like this. We always have trolls on our channel. We have, like, I wish there was a way to tag the official trolls on our channel so everyone knows. But we also have the opposite, which are people that provide very good commentary and discussion to our channel. And I wish that these guys would contribute more. And sometimes while I'm broadcasting, I wish that they would come on and talk with me in the discussion, like what Jake and I are doing right now on stage, right? And right here on the Rize app, what I noticed that was a huge game changer for us, well, for our team, was that if somebody we know provides good commentary, just like Jake just allowed me to come on stage with him to speak about the project, I can do the same thing on our channel now. So when we discuss a particular project on our channel, if someone provides good commentary, I can take them and just drag them up here, and they're here. And I can drag as many as the screen fits. Now, when they first told me that, I thought that it's gonna like YouTube, you know, it's dragging. If you guys ever use Google Hangout to stream, it's slow and things like this. And I was on purpose, when I was at their office in New York testing out their software, I was on purpose trying to break it. Like I was purposely like, okay, let me drag this person up, okay, drag this person down. And everybody was live on there, and I was doing it, and it was happening in real time. Now, I'm not one of those Asian guys that know technically how they do it in the background. All I care is that it works. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get in my minivan and, hey, how does the transmission work? How does the rear axle work? How does the fuel injectors work? I don't give a crap. I just want to know, where do I turn it on, and where's the stick shift, and where's the parking brakes? So when I was there testing this stuff out, guys, they had their staff on, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get them. You know, so I was trying to like slow it down, move it out, talk. It was, to me, I couldn't believe that they actually had this, and I'm really excited about it. So whenever you guys roll it out, we'd be happy to start broadcasting and testing it with you guys, you know, and using it live. That's the big thing, guys, is because we've never had the ability to communicate with our audience while we are broadcasting, right? Sometimes the trolls we got some professional trolls on our channel. They are pros. I can spot them too. And sometimes I'm like, hey man, come on man. I'm gonna give you some time, man, because you've been trolling us for 4 years now, man. You know, I wanna give you guys some FaceTime. And I can bring them on. And here's the key, guys, with the props tokens, I can actually reward the people that are having good discussion and commentary. I can actually reward them. I can just say, hey, you know, I really appreciate that. Drop some props on them. If you guys go to our channel, there's a video where we did an example with the previous version called You Now, and we Ben, I got to write this down.
There you go.
Ben, their product manager, we wwere testing the old software, and I said, hey, just reward the girl $100, $100 gift. It was like the most expensive gift on their platform at that time. And it's just bonkers. It's fun. It's badass to use. So check it out whenever you guys get to it.
Yeah, I appreciate Ty. And
yeah.
for anybody here also, Ty has been one of the most interested and supporters that we've had since we launched. And it's not just the participating in the SAFs or anything like that. It's just your interest and your support has been unbelievable. And thank you for it.
Yeah.
And to your point, I mean, look, the fact that you can drag someone up on screen and it's fast and it's low latency and it's like you're in the same room, that's really cool technologically. The fact that that guy can make money for contributing to the broadcast is revolutionary.
Yeah, that's the part that I like, because we have some valuable contributors that over the years that have followed us, and they add very good commentary. That, you know, sometimes they bring up projects that we didn't even know to look at, and I want to be able to reward them in an easy way. I don't want to have to go open up wallets, do all this. I just want to, hey, I liked what you just said. Here's a few props tokens.
Right.
And that allows us to do that. So,
right.
You know, I think we had one more. Last question.
One more?
Okay.
All right. So I'm one more over there.
Yeah, hold on. Last question, guys, and then here we go.
So you said that this platform is really low latency, so it's really fast communication. So I use Discord to speak with my friends a lot online, and it lags a lot. Like they'll cut out. So is there going to be like is this platform going to only be available on, say, like the phone, or is there going to be a desktop version? Is there going to also be like a feature that I could just standalone talk with a group of friends or something similar to Discord?
Yeah, so right now it's mobile only. But in terms of standalone, and so yes, there will be desktop in the future, but I don't want to make any promises on timeline there. In terms of hanging with friends on the phone, anybody who opens up the app has the ability to be live in their own room, right? So if you go in there, yeah, look, you'll see who's trending, and you'll be able to go to Casey Neistat's room or Phil DeFranco's room and listen to whatever they have to say. But you will also have your own room. So if you click on your own picture, you open up your own room, you text your buddies on the app, they see a push notification, they swipe right, they're in your room, right? So it's like FaceTime with 5 people. And hey, and if you want to be compensated, they can toss you a few coins. But yes, that is very much a use case on the app. Again, on the app that we are launching now, there might be something that's even more optimal created by a dev in the future on the platform. So we're excited about it. Thank you, everybody. My email is jake@younow.com. Please feel free to email me whenever you want with any questions at all. And we hope to see you on the platform we launch.